we're flying so close to where we belong, and we're trying to go somewhere new. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire.
How's it going, everybody? I hope you all having a good one. Let me check the webcam thing and see if it's, yeah, it's all kinds of messed up, dude. Alrighty, dude. Let me take it back to the top. Does raising gain do enough here? Actually, sorta. Although again, I look more pink than anything. Alright, dude. Alrighty then. Alrighty. Okay, well, saturation apparently is not the play. What was it that I did before? White balance, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna look a little more orange, but at this point, dude, I don't even like. I don't even. I gotta figure something out. I'm gonna need to mess with it in my free time. But wait, hold on. Is the background all scuffed? Did I do that? Hold on a second. Oh, there you go. Now it's not a little bit less scuffed, right? A little less scuffed. I'll figure out the whole. I think it's the Logitech at this point. I think it's got to be Logitech app. I think because it was fine the other time I did it, but yeah, it's kind of whatever, man. It's kind of whatever. I do have to. If you watch this, you'll actually see that it's not looping properly. It's like, it's, yeah, there it is. It's not looping correctly. I need to fix it to loop it later. But, or just find a better one. Long term, at least, that is the plan. We got more duels tonight, this time for the NA region. Dude, I should have put in some water drops in my eyeballs because they're dry. Holy! We'll try to see if we can get some groups together tonight. I did have Boris reach out to me. I did also have Conan hit me up like, yo, bud, are we doing them duels today? Are we doing duels, my guy? Are we actually doing it this week? I was like, yes, we are. I'm not gonna leave all the NA homies out high and dry, right? Rumble, I do, man. I know that mustache. What's up, my guy? Hope you're having. How's Uruguay and all that? How is that, man? How is that all going? Hope it was a smooth overall experience. But yeah, I also did do that. What is it? That add-on that tells people like, what is it? Your /played. I did go through a bunch of my alts to like add them to the /played, and I couldn't break 3 years for some reason. I'm sure if I didn't do all characters. I'm sure if I really decided, you know what, let me do every single one of them. All these alts I used to play way back in the day, then maybe I could do it. But like, but just by my main rogue and some of the characters I did spend time into, couldn't break 3 year mark, which is actually I don't know what's more embarrassing, breaking it or not breaking it at this point. You know what I mean? Like, which one is more embarrassing? In fact, actually, I have no idea at this point, dude. But yeah, we got duels tonight. Loving the weather. That's awesome. That's awesome. That is the best you could. That's the bare minimum you could hope for, is at least like that the weather is good. Now we are gonna try to see if we can get some NA duels today. give it a best shot we got. Groups are gonna be listed. Let me get the music going here as well. But yeah, we're gonna definitely give it a solid. Wow, I really look orange, huh? Is it Orgrimmar? Is it the fact that Orgrimmar? Hold on, it is Orgrimmar. It is Orgrimmar, bro. What is this? Am I just that pale that like light reflects back at me? Is that okay? Well, if I just go in the shade, now I'm in the shade. And when I go to Orgrimmar, where there's lights, right? Look at the sun. Oh, now I'm lit up. Bro, it's like an interactive experience with your boy. Like, what in the hell? Why am I orange? Seriously, why am I orange? Why am I orange? I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe adjust it. So it's not white balance. Okay, well, I can make myself a little bit more pink, but like, I'm not pink either. I'm not that pink. Okay, this is at least a little bit better, I think. It looks mildly better. Because the worst, it gets gray. But when it, yeah, you know what? It's fine. That'll work. Anyway, the group is up. The group is up. And good old meat and cheat. What are you talking about? For sure. And the good meat and cheat. I don't know what cheat is, but I don't know what that means actually. I don't know if that's more literal or figurative or whatnot. But yeah. Let me see. Let me also message Boris too. Getting groups together right now for duels. Yeah. Meat and cheap is cheap. Oh, bro, the price. Yeah, I mean, prices are actually pretty cheap. That's gotta be kind of sick. Go to a grocery store, good meat and cheap. Oh, okay, fair enough. Have group listed. Oh, hey, Boris is actually got a group going. Let's go, boys. Let's go. All right, so who can I invite into the group? Hey, Chicago, wanna join? We're putting together some groups for 5V5 1v1 duels. Let me know if you wanna join some. And I'm probably gonna have to like copy paste that whole spiel. But see if I can get maybe Chicago in. Conan, if you want to join, man, we got a spot. Or if you just want to chill, so we could like find out if we're doing groups or whatever. Hey, King, I'm gonna hit him up as well. Covey, wait, yeah, Covey is an A. Hey, Covey, I'm gonna hit him up, dude. Hell yeah, do I hit up Lux, man? Hey, chills, duels tonight. Nice. Yeah, thank you, Boris. I appreciate you, man. Does Kalel Jr. want to join? Hey, Kalel. I'm gonna hit him up anyway. Rogue Mizrav. I don't remember if this guy joined these. Hey, Mizrav. I'm gonna hit him up anyway. Yo, Tank. Big damn war Tank. Is he gonna be joining tonight? Potentially. Maybe. Nah, I'm here. Hell yeah. Joined a group that said 5v5 plus. I joined a group that said 5v5. Did you join with Boris? Okay, yeah, Boris. Got it. Yeah. Aren't you the Tauren? I'm not the Tauren. No, that's with Boris on his rogue. No. You can join either group, honestly. You can join either group. We're gonna try to see if we can put the groups together over for the region of NA. And really by we, I mean me, I have been skipping out on NA quite badly. So yeah, so if we are having a struggle getting a group together for NA, honestly, my fault, chat. My fault. Why are people in beta specifically looking for DPS warriors? Are you talking like dungeons? I imagine because there's warriors gotten a lot better. That or you have the attack power buff. So I've been seeing melee comms become a thing again on the beta. Because Brewmaster's kind of good. You could play Outlaw-ish. Like there's just constant damage profile. Or you could play any other physical melee like Survival Hunter on Holy DK. And then you bring a warrior with it and then it buffs it. It's not terrible. Honestly. Not feeling so great, so I'll play it a tiny bit earlier, but that's it. Bro, speaking about not feeling great, I feel you on that. Today has been a rough one for me, man. Today has been a rough evening for me. Or, not even evening, just the day, dude. My sleep has been a little off. What's up, gamers? What's up, No Jab? How you doing, my guy? Welcome, guy. Hope you're having a good one, man. We're gonna try a solid attempt to host some duels over for the NA region. Last time we did it, it kind of sort of went okay. We actually got a couple of games in, but yeah, that feels like it's been an age since we tried that. If Ty is on, actually, if Ty hops on, last time we were able to put together a group thanks to Ty. So if Ty logs on, then we'll definitely be able to get something. Actually, do I have a matter of melody? I do. I want to see if I can maybe like hit him up specifically. Where is he at? Ty. Wait, he is on. Hey, man. Yeah, Ty is on. Never mind. He is on. He's just not on WoW. So I'm gonna hit him up real quick. Maybe Ty will be able to assist. Who knows, honestly? Does someone against Horan? Who knows? Thinking about May's old house budget increase. That Warlock's gonna fit through his budget. Yeah, I see. yeah. Oh, the Russian that doesn't watch hockey. Do people actually watch hockey? I don't know a single person IRL that watches hockey. That's not like a jab at hockey or anything, but I don't know a single person that watches hockey. Is it fun? Legitimate question. I don't know. I have no idea. Is that bad? Should I be watching hockey all of a sudden? Bro, I don't even watch any sports, to be honest. I don't watch soccer, football, depending on your region. USA football, right? I don't watch it. Baseball, tennis, none of them, man. Only one that was kind of fun to watch was fencing. Because, I mean, that's some dudes out there, right? With a blade, better yet a saber, because they can actually kind of hurt each other. And then doing all these crazy moves to hit the other guy. Just absolutely whacking each other with these, like, not literal sabers, but essentially it's like a metal rod that hits real hard. It's super fun. That's like the only sport that I really enjoyed. I feel like no, archery is kind of sick. I feel like sharpshooting and archery are also kind of sick. I kind of like those. Those are really fun. I've done no keys yet. Wait until Tuesday or Wednesday. Been setting characters up. Yeah, dude. Thing is too, like, you're setting all those characters up. You're gonna have to don't commit too hard in setting up these characters, because like you're gonna end up we're gonna end up abandoning beta very soon and just gonna be doing like live instead. Like, the thing is, the beta experience is gonna be ending very soon, and it'll be instead actually playing through actual seasonal content before you know it. So I would set up maybe a couple of characters, but like, don't commit too hard on it. And also the question is like, do you do crafting to set up characters and all that? Anyway, I tried some of the new builds for Outlaw with some of the new tech in terms of like rotation. It's not even like that new tech. It's more like little optimizations that players found. And apparently that thing can crank in keys. Outlaw can do a ton of damage. I was trying to figure out how this dude was doing like 200k DPS in a dungeon. Must have been like insanely good pulls on a +20 or something. Don't think I'm gonna make it. All good, Nimbus. Whether you can, whether you can't, we're gonna try to see if we can get groups going on an 8 either way. But yeah, if you got stuff you gotta do, man, don't you worry about it. Just bars and auto clicker, set up JC, one of them. Just bars and auto clicker to set up JC. I don't think I would do that, honestly. I don't think I want to go out of my way to do that, to be honest. Honestly. Cash on the winner is gold. Everyone plays lol. maybe. It's like getting groups for EU isn't too much trouble. Oh, you got 4 out of 5? I got 1. I got nothing. So yeah, I'm still trying. Hold on, let me ask Tank. Hey, duels tonight? See if he's interested whatsoever. Like, at this point, I just gotta literally ask anybody and everybody that's on my reality. I asked Chill. I don't know if he's got a group or not. Should I ask Lux? I feel like I almost wanted to set up a group, like have a couple of bodies in this group before I really start like asking literally anybody and everybody. You know what I mean? At least get something going. And then move on money capitalism. Yo, true. Yo, true. Although I'm sure the homies on EU wouldn't mind a bit of gold either. To be honest, I'm full. Okay, I am still 0 out of 5. If Ty was on, I'm sure he'd be able to get some homies in, at least get something started. But yeah. So we got at least one group chat. We got at least one, which is, you know what, better than expected. Literally broke past my expectations where I thought we'd get 0 groups. We got one. At least a starting point, right? It's at least a starting point. Where's Generic, man? Gotta be more charismatic? Bro, am I already not charismatic as hell? Come on, dude. You seen the streams? You're basically... I mean, you're telling me the truth. You're telling me the painful truth. Not gonna lie. Oh, man. What's weird too, actually, I thought about it actually for a couple of months now. Whenever we're doing duels on EU on Friday, right? Whenever we're doing duels on EU on Friday, I actually see a lot of people on NA online, and then we do Saturday, and it's like they're gone. So I'm just thought to myself, like, maybe it's one day we should try switching NA and EU duels, like Friday NA and Saturday EU. But I feel like we've been doing this for the schedule that we have right now for so long that, yeah, I just don't think it's going to be. It's not really. I feel like it would just. I'd be throwing in a wrench into this barely working machine, make it only things worse. I feel like once you establish a schedule, that's it. That is your schedule, and changing that is generally, when it comes to YouTube stuff, is very, very difficult to do, especially when it comes to like doing a community thing. Hey Shiny, I want to see if Shiny would be interested. Because Shiny is in MDGA, so if I could get like a couple of bodies, then maybe I could get Tank in, and then maybe I could get like Chills in. Chicago did say maybe, so I feel like if we are starting to fill up the group little by little, then Chicago would maybe be down, but we'll see. We'll see. I think right now we're just gonna have to exercise patience here for a little bit. Put me in, coach. Lol. Okay. Let me know when. Okay, I'm actually just gonna hit him with an invite. Normally I'm like, yo, let me know when. But I'm just gonna go by a word here. Hey, Lux, I want to see if he's interested. Maybe he'll be down for it. Maybe. I have Chicago Chills. Wait, you actually got Chicago Chills and Conan? Okay. I was thinking for a second that I could potentially grab them. I didn't realize you snagged them real quick like that. Okay, that works out for me. Miss Raven? I don't think Miss Raven actually PvP, so it's not like I'd be able to invite them. Plague, I tried, I think. Let me reference my little cheat sheet here. I did actually. I did. Would Stony be interested? Hey, Stony. I'm gonna hit him up, dude. He's on Classic. I'm gonna hit him up anyway. I'm gonna hit him up. Because maybe there's a chance. Oh, you Torrid Warlock? That thing is massive. What the hell? You know how to murder crow is? You know how a murder crow is. Like the talent for hunters. It was always a pleasure. What's up, Cammy? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah. Thanks for popping in, man. Thank you for your 5V5 1v1 DUELS. It's one of my favorite things to do with the community, man. One of my favorite pastimes. What's up, Joe? Hope you're doing well right now. I'm doing well. Just getting some group for girls together. Okay, so who else can I invite that I might have missed? Is there anybody on VNet that's a retail homie but is on Classic? Actually, boom. See if we'd be interested. I kind of wish I could see like what class they are whenever they're playing like Classic. Whenever somebody's on retail, at least tells them like what class they are, what are they doing, where they're chilling at, you know what I mean? But Yeah, over on Classic, it just doesn't say the info. It's just like, they're just playing Classic. I'm like, but what are they playing on Classic? Nobody knows. We happened together right away. Yeah. We happened together right away. Wait. What does that mean? I literally just said, yeah. And I realized myself, like, wait, what does that even mean? I just kind of just got caught up there. Got caught up in a moment for a second. Okay, so I'm waiting on Ty. I'm gonna give that guy maybe a couple of minutes, because usually he comes in towards the tail end of the stream, or like later half of the stream maybe. Automatic weapons being summoned into Warlock. Oh wait, with a Psy? That, I guess it does add the portal thing in like the handle or whatever, doesn't it? When you plan on starting, we are getting group for it right now. Got one ready, getting second one up and running. And by up and running, it is dragging this corpse up. Came in for the commentary with Boris, talking chill Chicago, say ASAP. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, like a murder of crows. Ah, I see now. I see. When you said murder of crows, I thought like a hunter talent, because I'm pretty sure that was like a thing for a while. Wasn't murder of crows was like an insanely strong talent in MOP? I feel like it was Mr. Pandari that added it. Dude, Mr. Pandari added a bunch of talents, man. Did you have maintenance? Yeah. Just a fun delay. Haha. That's bliss for you. Wait, did I misspell delay? No, I didn't. I thought I did for some reason. Yeah, it was? Okay. Yeah, I find it funny how they like had murder crows, then removed it, then they brought it back in as like a passive, then removed it, then they brought it back in. They keep going back and forth, bringing stuff in that used to be in the game and take it out, bringing it in, taking it out, bring it in, take it out, bring it in, take it out. Although I feel like murder crows with Dark Ranger kind of fits, right? With Dark Ranger, it actually kind of fits because you have like all of those like crows packing in. It has this little banshee feel about it. You know what I mean? Okay, so Stoney said he'd be down as a maybe. He is in a dungeon in TBC, and I'm assuming with all the apparently there was a bunch of phasing issues. Jake, you can elude me. You can give me some insight on that, if anything. But from what I saw, a bunch of phasing issues that just made the game unplayable. I played Murder or Mob though because of blink strikes. Yeah, I guess there was blink strikes. Okay, I did PvP though, so I feel like Murder was really good there for a good while, just as a raw dot damage ability. But yeah, blink strikes is insane in comparison. Like we keep it up. Didn't even play it yesterday. That's just what I saw is like some people talking about how it's just like it's unbearable. But I imagine like I don't know if they fixed anything yet at all. But yeah, I'm still just a little bit like surprised how they were not able to what's the word here? They were really not able to like they've launched TBC now twice, right? Original TBC and then and then the classic version, and now they're doing an anniversary. So I'm like wondering, got confused there for a second. Yeah, reconnecting, go for it, man. Do your thing. Yeah, Murder was good in PvP since it was insane 2 minutes CD. Was it 2 minutes? Wait, was Murder 2 minutes? Okay, I can see why nobody played it then. I didn't realize it was a 2-minute CD. I thought maybe like a minute, but 2 minutes? That's insane. Had to execute for some reason. It had an execute? Okay, well, I'm misremembering what kind of Murder of Crows I played then. Absolutely misremembering it. I thought it was like a minute CD. I didn't realize it had an execute mechanic. That's kind of crazy then. That's actually pretty good. We did get one group together. I'm waiting for a few homies to respond back. Whenever Ty gets on, he usually helps a bunch with group stuff. If you got homies you wanna invite, then yeah. I appreciate you, Shiny. I appreciate you, my guy. But yeah, whenever Ty logs on, then we'll be good to go. I just didn't realize Boris snagged up all of the regular homies. He snagged up Chicago, snagged up Chills, got Conan. Like, what the hell? Where's Flex, by the way? Where's Flexing at? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, there it is, man. Murder Crows, 2-minute CD. If you use the target below 20% health, the cooldown is reduced to 60 seconds. Aha. So it does have a minute CD, just an execute. Normally I have my group. All good, all good. That's on the video. Is a link to couple profiles. Hey, that's a great question. I plan on updating my UI string in the you know, I'll probably we're playing classic. Ah, okay. Yeah, normally I have my group, but I give up after he hit 60. Ah, okay. Damn. So he just like decided, all right, let's play some classic. Hit max level. I was like, all right, I'm done with this, dude. I'm done with this. Yeah, that's crazy. Wait, were you guys prepping for TBC, or was it just like, just playing classic for the sake of just playing classic for fun? Prob Water or Legion was a minute 30 seconds. Oh, yeah, might have been it, honestly, because I for some reason remember that being a minute CD. I'm sure if I were to like go through Wowhead and find like a profile for it, I don't think it would play TBC. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people had really good memories of classic and really good memories of Wrath. Playing some games on Steam right now. Elden Ring? Okay, Elden Ring is a good one. Honestly, Elden Ring is a... Honestly, though, Elden Ring is worth it. Yeah. Actually so good. I love the UI in your videos. Struggle to follow poisons and bleeds in my SATA, and I think it's easier to follow with your UI. Thanks. You're doing good better than that? Yeah, for real though. For real though. Actually though. Okay. Okay, we're waiting on Ty, I think. Best members of Classic Wrath are in TBC though. Really? Top 100 pars, every single raid is a healer. I just remember like, because everybody has like their own versions of Classic that they really like. A lot of people like Vanilla. Like, to be fair, a ton of people like Vanilla. A lot of people came into WoW during Wrath specifically. And I imagine there's some portion of the audience that like Classic but enjoy TBC or joined during TBC specifically. But I'm pretty sure, like, out of all the Classic experiences, I'm pretty sure Wrath and the original Vanilla for like the Classic, you know, the return of the original, the OG. I'm pretty sure those two were like the most popular as far as Classic experiences are concerned. I could be wrong. TBC lives up to the middle child name. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad, but I imagine like if any of them, I guess like technically all of them were like an increase at all times. But I imagine for people that did come back, I'm assuming the hype for Classic was super high. Hype for TBC was decent, but like I'm sure it's like a slight dip and then backed up in Wrath. That's why I imagine like if you were to make it a line of like people subbed or just like showcasing the hype cycle for all these versions of Classic, I'm assuming TBC was like pretty good, but not as good as like Wrath. But maybe I'm wrong on that. It's sure loved, but is the least loved of the three. There it is. There it is. I think that is probably the best way to put it. Because it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty good. I remember, what is it? Doing some early leveling on a... I forget what it was now. It was a shaman, I think, or something. And I remember like doing dungeon grinding for leveling. It was kind of fun. And then it just kind of fell off of it pretty quickly. I think it's because I was trying to like set up a secondary guild for it specifically for people that wanted to, and then people kind of fell off of it fairly fast. I think it's because we're still progging some tier on retail. I don't even remember what it was. I think it might have been what? Dragonflight? Shadowlands? I don't remember. Look back for Wrath for ICC weirdly though. Player numbers drop off by Ulduar. I'm surprised because wasn't Ulduar like the most fun? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. But maybe by that point, like everybody has done like the rigmarole of classic leveling and then TBC leveling, and then Wrath was like, okay, I have my fun. That's crazy. I thought people would be around for ITC or Ulduar. Spend a lot of time leveling and gearing Warlock to fully gear a warrior. Maybe would have been trying to play it through the lag. Yeah. I feel that. I feel that. That's sick, Boris. That's actually so sick. I feel like I should get Elden Ring just for the seamless co-op and give it a go. I have it on PlayStation. Not the mod, but the game. Just gotta go back and finish it. But yeah. Yeah. I am surprised that people did not come back for ICC or Ulduar. Because it wasn't like the peak for Wrath. Because like I guess there's what other raids did they have really? I guess there's Nax Ramus. That's pretty good. You have some fun with Nax. Maybe do an Eye of Eternity, Obsidian Sanctum. I don't think people did. Was Trial of Crusader hype? I remember people did do like runs for that, but I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't even know when all these got released in terms of like the order either. Was it actually the release like Next Ramus, then was Obsidian, then then Ulduar, then Trial, then Nyx's Lair, then Icecrown? Is that all released? Because I have no idea. Wait, did YouTube change the moderator icon? It totally did. It's now a shield instead of like a wrench. Okay. Interesting. The TOGC is the single most toxic raid to roll with people. Wait. The OGC. Obsidian. The Eye of Eternity? The OGC. Trial of the TOGC. Am I Obsidian Sanctum? Wait. Phase 1 Nax, OS AOE, Phase 2 Ulduar, Phase 3 TOGC. Is TOGC Trial of Grand Crusader? Is that what it's supposed to be? Trial of the Crusader in Wrath of Lich is called Trial of Grand Crusader for some reason. Ah, okay. Okay. That explains it. That explains it. Yeah, because I was thinking like I was pretty sure I was missing an acronym. I was missing a letter somewhere. Okay, Trial of Grand Crusader. Was it just like a random like name switch they just did down the line? Is that what that was? That's so weird. Play Demon Hunter with a cleanse immolation aura against an Outlaw went well. ... Dude, the fact that they I kind of like how warlocks or demon hunters have that immo aura that can cleanse diseases and poisons, by the way. That is so sick. Specifically for like dungeon content. It's so nice, man. It's so nice. It's crazy. Actually so good. So good. Yeah, but if somebody effed up, dies and miss out on a mount and an item that was the item level ICC normal. There's a mount you can get if you do a deathless run. Wait, was that just for Wrath specifically? Or is that something you can go back and do now? Because I don't think I've ever gotten the mount. I'm pretty sure you can one-shot it. Oh yeah, hell, latest mount. Really? Just like on Wrath, like Undying. Oh, okay, so it's like an Undying mount. What did it even look like? Wow, Wrath, Trial of the Grand Crusader, Dying mount. There we go. It was like Wrath Classic. Oh, Trial of Immortality. Okay, I see it actually. Oh, it's just a Crusader horse. It's just a recolor of a Crusader horse. Neat. Very, very neat. The game kicked me off. The game kicked me out. It was like, all right, you're done. You're done listening for groups. You're done, bud. You're done, bud. Okay, yeah, the mount looks kind of okay. Kind of mediocre, honestly. Kind of mediocre. How many are missing in the other team? Oh, we got, so far, we got just the one. Just the lone shiny hero. Ord Bidia, the shiniest of heroes. Yeah, if Ty hops on, then I'm sure we'll be able to fill pretty quick. But yeah. Yeah, and duels may be more difficult than I expected. For some reason, I thought it might be okay. It's a med mount, but it's cool. I think it's cool that they have an immortal mount, like a reward for just like not dying. I think that is sick. I think that's awesome. That being said, that mount looks like it looks plain. You know, it doesn't quite look, I feel like, fitting for a like the immortal mount. You know what I mean? Like if they were to go back and remake it, give it like a big old Pegasus with wings, kind of think like T-Rail Charger, but like Grand Crusader version. I think it'd be sick. I think it'd be sick. I got confused in the time of the change after I moved back. Confused in the time change. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure like time zones and stuff is all kinds of out of whack, right? So Horde Bidia did bring a homie. Hopefully, we'll see if he hangs around. But yeah, we'll see. We still need plenty of bodies. Send one to your team if you get one more, so we can do 4v4. Haha, that might have to be a thing this evening, but we will see. Yeah, if we do get a +1, then maybe we do 4v4. Honestly, better than nothing. Honestly, better have some games than no games at all. Although it just doesn't quite hit the same, unfortunately. One thing that was later, there was a lot of people on my side. NA slacking. Thing is too, like last time we tried to do NA duels for like the full first hour, it was just like quiet. It was just silence. Nothing would disturb. And like what is it? It's like if you were telling a Christmas story, how does it go? Like, how does it go? It's like nothing, something, nothing disturbed, not even a mouse. You get what I mean? Yeah, it's 1936. I don't do the 24-hour clock. What is that? It's like 12 people in Latin connect around 21 hours. Oh, like it's in a couple of hours. Very, very possible. Yeah, but like last time we were trying to do on an A, it was basically like an hour of us trying to get a group together, and then like last hour, Ty came in, a bunch of dudes came in, and then we got groups going. 7 p.m., 7:36. Thank you, chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just had no idea. Honestly, just had no idea. But yeah, I don't use a 24-hour clock. I'm not used to it anymore. I used to be pretty good at like doing the translation for it or conversion. Isn't it like just like you take away 12 hours minus 12 plus 12 minus 12 is the difference maker? I used to know them by heart, right? Like what is it? 21 was 9 p.m. 24 is 24. I mean 12. I get that one makes the easiest sense. I used to know them pretty well, and then I started getting confused between like 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m. And I guess I just unlearned it. I just got used to it. Yeah. I mean, that's the type of clock I used to use when we lived in Russia, right? You mentioned get some friends? Not against that. If you want to bring homies, you're more than welcome to Shrimp Meat. What a good name. What a good name. What a fantastic name. Boris, we have 3. I think we're going to try to see if we can get 5. If at all possible. Wait. That's I think this is the most I see people play Overwatch on my BNet. I don't think I've ever seen like any of you guys ever just sit down and play Overwatch. Yo, the homies to represent, dude. Pat back, let's go. The man playing the real game, dude. Actually playing Gaming Pancake, you pancakey. There it is, dude. Wait, no, Pavek, never mind. I got it wrong. You see that I'm saying when they just have to face 3 DKs? Yeah, I mean, 3 death knights is what, if 3 death knights is what they get, that's what they get. That's all we can do, right? Is normal here in the military movies? Yeah, there's a 24-hour clock is in the military movies. There's someone want to do 44. I say we try for 5-5 for a sec. See how that goes. But if, yeah, I say we try to see if we can get ourselves a 5-5. We give it our best shot we got. You know what I mean? Give it the best shot we got. And I'll keep scanning to my BNet just in case somebody that's a regular hops on. Canary, dude. If you got Canary here, I'll be happy. I'd be really, really happy. That or Ty, but Canary would also work out pretty well, honestly. Or Stony, actually, if he's done with the dungeon, because we can get him in too. That is an option. We can do this. I believe. I believe in the cleave. About this Tekken style is straight fire 5s. Tekken style. Tekken style. I'd say, I guess. I was gonna say style, but Tekken works too. Which at the guild, it was so many people that have like 9 PM forward. Yeah, I'll get man. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. I appreciate you guys for trying. Look, this is what happens when Sire maybe? No, that's not gonna work out. Actually, I probably need to yeah. That probably needs to be, that probably needs to go. That probably needs to have gone a while ago. Let's see. Okay, we're waiting. We wait. Dude, we even had Atho join yesterday, bro. Atho, man. It was crazy on EU. We didn't have Saya to represent, but Atho popped in, man. It was actually kind of nuts. I love that. And then SB came in. Nemi popped in. I was just like, Jesus Christ, bro. All the like old heads are coming back. What is happening? It's so nice. It's actually so nice. He was putting us to shame. Look, NA popped off in Dragonflight. I don't know what happened in that expansion, but NA, we got a bunch of games during that expansion specifically. I asked myself again if it's the hour. It could be the hour, but like, best I could do is delay the streams until a little later. Yo, Body is coming in with a clutch. If Body actually comes in with a big clutch, that'd be insane. Dan do it? Yo, still NA? Still NA, man. Still NA, friend. Yep, still NA. I like how Dan is like, yo, if we need a group, I can get one going on EU. Let's go. That's how dedicated EU is, baby. It is hilarious. It is actually funny. I appreciate you, Dan. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, dude, this is why like EU is just wild with it. They're just wild with it. I remember like, what is it? We just randomly decided like, it was like 2 AM my time. Or no, it wasn't 2 AM my time. It was like 2-3 AM in EU. And I would just randomly decided like, hey guys, let's do some duels. Hop it on EU. And we got 2 groups together immediately. It was hilarious. You got nothing better to do than got jobs over there? Is that real? Is that true? That social safety net's so crazy you could just like play WoW all day? Wait, if true, if real if true maybe? Yo, Shrimp. Am I supposed to pop in real ID? Or pop PvP on? I feel like I'm gonna get stomped right now, man. I like the guild, 5 horsemen. I like that. Are you Dark Iron Dwarf or are you like... Are you a Dark Iron Dwarf? I was gonna say like normal dwarf maybe? No, Dark Iron is much better for PvP. Wait, is this like an intimidation strat? Is that what's happening? Should I hop on and turn on PvP for a second? See if I trust this man or he's just gonna clobber me real quick. I don't know if I want to get clobbered, man. I don't know if I want to get clobbered. Army of Undead is kind of intimidating, not gonna lie. Especially with how hard that thing hits, man. The whole army, they slap. They actually do a lot of damage with them. Time to work. Maybe. I don't care around what time it is for USA approximately. Right now it is 5:43 right now. If you're looking for a timer, it is 5:43 realm time, 4:43, but and my time 5:43 EST. So it's like 5 or 4 or 3 or 2 depending on your region. I guess pushing duels to like an hour later would be a way of going about it. Wait, does Vamp want to join? Can't spell groups apparently. Jeez, dude. Damn, that could work. That could work, potentially. Time to work, 5:45 p.m. Yeah, about 5:45. The movement is starting an hour forward. We could try it next week. How does that sound? We could potentially try it out next week, honestly. Wait, does the ghoul just passively kill the guard, or does he get killed by the guard? Actually, I think he does get killed by the guard. It should give me more chances to get people from the guild. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, we could try it next week. We could try starting the duels like a week after, or not a week after, but an hour later. I'm not against trying it out, seeing how it goes. That gives me more time, because last night I didn't really sleep, so this would have given more time just to chill, maybe possibly actually take a proper nap, take a proper snooze in bed. The week after. Next week we will try doing the duels an hour later, a little later in the evening next week. I think is how we'll do it. Wait, why did the guard randomly switch over from Lim Ma and I was just attacking you? Is there a reason? You taunt him? Possibly? Enfeeble? Infected claws? Where do you get infected claws from? Is that a talent? Is that new? Better for you, more for gets. Oh, I mean, it doesn't really make that much of a difference for me. Is it better? Can be. Maybe, possibly. I like it says, as the ghoul killed, it says Orgrimmar is under attack. Are these so hostile? I have like no health. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, none of them actually have like any health at all. Saturday people finish the day. Yeah. I mean, Saturday is, I guess it's kind of like a day off, but like not for everybody, I guess. Yeah, what we'll just try to do is next week we'll try to see if we can get the duel started an hour later than normal. You know what I mean? We'll see how it works out. Because maybe that'll end up being better. Maybe it doesn't make a difference. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I have no problem experimenting. Because like even for EU, what we're doing is experimenting. Even for EU, we're starting like an hour earlier for them. Just so the Russian homies and the only other Slavic homies in that like time zone area can actually get a chance to play. Because like for Nespeshka, for Kragar, those boys back in the day, that like was a much better starting time. Because they get nighttime faster than anybody else in EU. So yeah, it kind of ended up working out pretty well over there. So I'm not against like messing with the when we start. But yeah, we still need one more for this team and we'll be good to go. We need that uno más, por favor. I don't remember if Fuzzles just plays Frost. I could say if he wants to join. I'm running by him. Hey, can't spell. Jesus Christ. Hey, fools. Yeah, I'm just gonna run it by him. Just to see, just in case there's any kind of an interest whatsoever. But I'm pretty sure last time I had him tagged up, he was a healer only. But yeah. Alright, we just need one more and we'll be good to go. Maybe Ty will hop on. Or if you guys got any homies you want to invite potentially. I know the body literally is carrying this group and I appreciate your body. Appreciate your time, my friend. Invite Saranium. What realm? Rum Dagger Spire. Okay, invite Saran you Dagger Spine. I'll try. Wait, hold on. Actually, okay, we got a group. We do have a group. I'm not against that. I got them in. PvE gear. I mean, I'm not against it. Yeah, I'm not against it. Okay, so if you're new to duels, Bidea, I don't know if you want to help explain it or whatever. Just if you want to chat it. I mean, maybe. Okay, so when we zone in, do/roll to see who goes first / last, highest to lowest, usually. And otherwise, have fun. I'm gonna make body a lead. Here we go. We're gonna send it. Invite, spectator, match, Shiny, Hero, and Boris. 5 in a grand one. Alrighty. Vamos. Yo, Vamos actually got a group together for 5V5 1v1 DUELS. Hopefully it'll go well. Good luck, have fun. We do have what seems like a couple of new bodies here that haven't done duels in the past. So, who is that warrior? Who is that warrior? Who is that warrior? Switch. Who is that warrior? That is the boy. That is the man. Yo, Conan somehow I feel like finds ways to look more like Conan the Barbarian every single time. We do have ourselves, what is it, Knight? I don't even know what your name is, but it just... Wait, why is it condensing your names now here? Knight? And then Door? I mean, Door, I guess, makes sense. Chills? Why is it condensed to Chills? Why is it like it does the dot for Chicago? Wait, so Blizzard did change something with these nameplates, man. We got Dude, we got also Shrimp, we got Badia, we got also Sarnu. I'm gonna mess that up. We got us this Honor. Dude, the game is auto-condensing these names for me. I didn't change this. I didn't adjust it. But we'll see how it goes, chat. We'll see how it goes. Looks like Honor gonna be... Is this how Oryx? Is this his daggers? Is it just the way that this guy... Look at him skulking around. Is it just his mog? I feel... Have Oryx always like shifted their daggers around this much when they're moving around? Has this always been a thing? It's like shifting around all over the place. Is it going to be Knight or is it going to be Conan first up, actually? I have no idea. Download better Blizz plates only. Does better Blizz plates work for this, though? Because this does like Blizz UI specifically. I'm not 100%. You will see everything. So this is not just base UI. This is Blizz UI specifically for all of this. Like the size and the health bars. I don't know if I can change those. That's the thing. I am not 100% if I can change those because this is spectator mode specifically. It's working together by UI. Like, have you tried that in a spectator match? Like in spectator mode specifically? Because I know that it works normally when you're like hitting mobs or whatever. But like, I don't know if it works here specifically. This is just like, this is its own thing. Like its own ecosystem. I don't think it actually changes. Like even details couldn't work whatsoever. Trinket immediately out of Conan as Honor tried to see if he can have himself a proper go. Does go for the burst. Dancing on the man. Spear is down unless you pop an evasion. I think you might just have to leap by Conan. I don't really know what the leap by the spear is. But there's going to be a Trinket out of Honor with an evasion with a Cloak of Shadows. Unless he gets himself some kind of like, some kind of proper stun lock combo. Conan, I think might. Why are you looking all gray? Is that Avatar? Does Avatar really make you this gray? Have I just never noticed? Does Honor just take it? Because he's just shadow striking. This man is just striking. This man is just doing damage. He's not going anywhere. He's just decided, I'm just going to stay in and max out damage. He's got blades. He got a kidney shot. Is Conan just going to die? He is just gonna die. This guy decided I'm not gonna go anywhere. Normally with rogues, we just see him like backing away, catching resets, everything else. This guy decided I'm just gonna stay in and just truck him down all the way into the graveyard. Just absolutely just zero care in the world. Also, if you want to pick up Mage for this down, looks like Chicago is gonna give you that proper honorable match. Wait, it actually is giving you guys like... I just noticed the health bar too. It actually is giving you like a number. Like 153,000 health. 164. Is this like just an NA health bar versus EU health bar? Does that only check nameplates? Wait, what do you mean? Does that only check nameplates? But the question is, do the actual nameplates work in Spectator? Because usually this stuff doesn't really work super well in Spectator. That's my only thing. I sent you a link. On Discord or on BNet? If you did send me a link to BNet, I have no idea. They are? So like you can confirm that they do work, right? Okay, I might just have to give it a try then. I might have to give it a try. Ascend down, water may just go down. Just goes for advantage. This guy does not go anywhere. Chicago's health is actually not exactly 100% either. Big 10% when we are flying through and does get the damage. I feel like the rogue straddle. I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna fight you. I'm just gonna PvE you down until you're dead. Kind of sort of worked out too. Even made a profile, copy and paste. Well, if you did send me anything, Dan, did you send me on Discord or did you send me on Battle.net? Because I guess I would need to double check then. Because I don't think I remember receiving anything from you, but I could be wrong. Is it going to be a shrimp? Is it going to be sorry you? Is it dude? Looks like it is going to be the dude up next. It is, what is it, 3 Unholy Death Knights. Immediate grip onto Chicago. As long as you can get yourself the army, you should be good to go. It is going to be immediate totem down for Chicago. Just trying to see if you keep the dude. And the army of undead actually doing a pretty good job yoinking him back in there. Yoinking him back to back. But Chicago's health, I don't really know if you're going to survive it. That's an immediate silence with the wall barely keeping you alive. Maybe you can go for some kind of healing. Root totem around the corner. Literally just trying to see if you can fight through the damage. But I don't think you can unless you can really get yourself some Maelstrom procs. I think you need the Maelstrom. I don't know if it's worth storm striking the pets for Maelstrom. I think you might just die. He's just trying to see, you know what? I'm going to root him. I'm going to light inside him. I'm going to kite him out. And then I'm going to come back in. For dude, honestly, he just needs to wait until next set of go. And without a trinket, I think it might be down for the Chicago. Might actually be in a rough spot. Send a Battle.net? Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it then. But can you, like... I guess I could try it. I just don't really know if you did confirm if it does work or doesn't work in Spectator specifically, because that does not use the normal UI, I don't think. It's like uses Blizzard specific, unique, whatever they got going on. But like again, I could give it a try, maybe. Maybe. I don't know if it actually functions. I sent out for Chicago. This is actually gonna be Chicago at the strongest. Can dude survive the silence to fall? It does get hit with a stun. But it's just going to be more wind strikes back to back with so much chain lightning over and over. Death pack for a second. Does dude have enough survivability? Unfortunately, he did have, what is it, full army of undead coming up. And unfortunately, just didn't have enough in terms of survivability to follow up afterwards. But Chicago does end up taking it out. Okay, it's connected to base UI. So like Blizzard, oh, what is it? No, Blizz plates. Blizz plates? Better Blizz plates. Okay, never mind. I was thinking you were gonna say like Platinator, because I know Platinator didn't work for anything. I don't know if Blizz plates works, but I could be wrong on that one. Sorry. What is your name even? Sarah New. Okay, I'm gonna mess it up. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm definitely gonna end up messing it up. Are they playing the Nether Flux or are they playing normal Touch of the Magi? For this one, just try to see if you can walk out Chicago. I think, unless Sario doesn't even have ice block. Okay, I'm not really sure what happened. It was a, you know what? Solid attempt. It was a solid attempt. With Badia going to be up next versus Chicago, got himself at least the, what is it? The wind strike, not wind strike totem, not wind fury totem. I forget what it's called. The movement totem. Forget it completely. And Chicago just try and do exactly the same thing versus the other Death Knight. Just gonna try to see if you can light aside all of the army, all of the pets, all of the damage. There goes the root totem. It is gonna end up capturing, but I think Body did not even use a full-on army there just yet. So might be a-okay. Might be just fine, but there goes the army now. Do you have the totem? to hold everything in place, or you're just gonna try to see if you can maybe run past the root totem? Because the army and the undeads do decent bit of damage. It's just the question is, can body catch up to land silences, to land any kind of follow-up CC? AMS is going to be up with a stand back up for Chicago. Got him some plenty of damage, full wall available too on top of it. And I think body is just going to go down. There's just nothing that an Holy Death Knight can do against an Ascendant Shaman or Enhanced Shaman with full-on Ascend. Interesting. I thought for some reason that after seeing after seeing Unholy Death Knights play on EU, I actually assumed that Unholy Death Knights here are just going to be able to walk up. Where'd you get a root from Frost Shock? Did they remove that? Did you have to Earth Shock then Frost Shock as elemental? You can just root now? That seems like a new trick. I don't think I remember that before. It does drop down a root totem, but unfortunately because of DRs, it is just going to be weighing very, very heavily. However, a huge portion of the army is just getting leewayed by those totems. Shrimp just trying to see if he can get himself an angle versus Chicago. He's got a couple of storm strike here or there into a blind, but I think it just might be lights for Chicago here, unless you can somehow just live. And Chicago did live the other Death Knight. Root by Ice, Chain of Ice. Now I'm trying to remember, like, dude, Shamans have a Frosty Root, and so do Death Knights apparently. I did not even realize that they have it. Knight is going to be up next. Full Coordinated Assault available. Full Burst up. Are you playing the Pack Leader, or are you... Wait. It's a DC. That's unfortunate. That's actually incredibly unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, he did get DC'd with a Root. That was rough. Chicago does pick up 4 at the very least. I do want to give this another shot. I do want to give this another try. I do want to give this another go. Yo, body, let me know if you still got 5 or if you need more bodies. Hopefully you still got 5 so we could just go again real quick. I am going to try, I guess, Dan's add-on. Wait, does Google Docs? Oh, I don't know about that then. Ooh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't really know about Google Doc for a profile. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Run it back. Okay, try to run it back. Boris, are we good? Try maybe a different map. Possibly do a hook point maybe. Yeah, I don't know about a Google Doc, man. I don't know about that. Bro, you don't need to download it? What do you mean? Just copy paste into the add-on? Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I'm just not gonna mess around with it. I don't know. I don't know. Let me look up standalone Better Blizz frames. Wasn't that only for like the health bars, like the unit frames? I don't think that was actually the plates. I think it was just the unit frames. Better Blizz plates. Actually, there is Better Blizz plates. Better Blizz. Better Blizz skins, Better Blizz Q, Better Blizz options, Better Blizz plates. What the hell is that? Okay, well I'm gonna try Better Blizz plates, and I'll see if it works. I'll do a slash reload to see if it functions. It did make the text bigger, I think. Wait, is that actually a little better? It is a little different. Which? I think it just basically just gave it bigger text. It looks like we're missing somebody over in team 2, but Conan is going to be first up versus which Death Knight is it? It's hard to tell. I literally cannot tell, but it is going to be Dude first up and running with Conan. Does a full wait. Is Sari just going to join in? Is Sari just in here just trying to join in for a support? I'm not even sure what's happening. Huh? Conan? Conan, you do have 2 people attacking you. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait, now the rogue also joined in to kill him? I'm sorry, what? Wait a second. This isn't really much of a 1v1 anymore, is it? This ain't really much of a 1v1. I guess it's going to be now Knight versus the Rogue. I'm not really sure exactly what's happening, but it is going to be disarm with the Rogue going in for a vanish. The Hunter just trying to see if he can live. Is going to be a freezing trap down for just a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a moment. WTF? I'm not really sure, honestly, but then it's going to be the Hunter trying to go for a camo. Unfortunately, he isn't able to. And now Chicago joins in that Root Fiesta, in the CC Fiesta. Okay. Hold on a second. We got a modicum of what looks kind of like a duel after a little bit of, I'm not sure exactly what happened, a bit of confusion at the start from the get-go. And now we actually got a proper duel. Blind immediately, as is going to be a coordinated assault out of Knight. Does have the burst with Honor just trying to see if he can take him out right then and there, but does get zapped up by Chicago. That was weird. Open setting the bullet plates, paste text into import export. Yeah, I'll look into it after. How did that sound? Sorry, I called Knight for helping with the mage. Yeah, I can really blame you. Is dude, what is even happening actually? What is even going on? You scary goose? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What? Without adjusting, it won't work. I'll look into it afterwards, Dan. How did that sound? I'm not a hacker. That makes me want to. But somebody says, hey guys, I'm definitely not gonna hack you. That makes me want to believe them, right? So is it actually gonna be duel? It looks like dude is trying to see if he could possibly settle this. Possibly a proper 1v1. A bit of a rematch between him and Chicago from last time. Blind to follow. Army of Undead immediately joins in. Stunner to Chicago as they go for a trinket. As long as those pets do not get waylaid into a totem, it looks like that's exactly what's happening, dude. Try to see if you can just keep it on as best as possible here. The Army of Undead does break free from a totem. Chicago going for mad heals while Wall was active during that ascend. Just getting so much Maelstrom churned out, allowing him to get some fantastic heals out of it. Dude, not in an amazing health position right now. Does get himself Lichborn for a little bit of extra leads, just for a little extra survivability. But at this point, I feel like it's Chicago just a couple more hits. And down you go. With Shrimp going to be up next. Question is, does Shrimp give Chicago a chance here to go for a little bit of a rematch or a little bit of an honor duel? Oh, gee, friend. Yeah, I appreciate it either way, man. I appreciate it. Either way, buddy. Yeah, I have no idea. It definitely is not on you, man. It's definitely not on you. Chicago, I feel like for Chicago, he figured out what Holy Death Knights do, right? Just as long as you deal with the pets, right? Root them or totem them down, and that's it. That's how you deal with them super easily. Get them out of there that way. I guess it works, right? I guess that works. Not bad. The Chicago, do you actually have a root though? I do want to see what that root effect is with the frost shocks. I do need to double back in the shaman talents. I imagine that's like a class talent tree thing. Is that a spec thing? With the frost shock roots. That is wild though. They actually do get roots. Unfortunately, again, and there goes a whole army rooted and totemed in, so they can't even leave. They can't even escape. And a lot of those pets actually do despawn before they get any ramp up damage for Chicago. Chicago's build right now is actually so good to counter Unholy Death Knights because majority of the damage is straight up just pet damage. For Chicago, they literally don't have to deal with it whatsoever. Shrimp, I don't know if you picked up any mage food on your end, but maybe you can somehow get out of combat as long as the pet is on him. Won't be able to do much. Root, just to hold Shrimp in place with a full ascent. Can you take him out and then potentially take the attention from one Death Knight onto the neck? Just take momentum and carry it forward. Trying to. This gives an opportunity actually. Try to see if he can get himself some movement speed. Roots down immediately onto Badia. Immediately got himself AMS together with a silence as Chicago tried to see if he could back up out of there. I'm switching over to wrong people. That is my B. That is actually my B. But it looks like the Army of Undead is actually broken free from a lot of those totems and is actually able to stay steady on Chicago, who's got himself a lot of healing. He's got himself a ton of healing. As long as he can spend Maelstrom, his next heal is going to be massive. So he needs to spare Maelstrom in order to be able to get high quality heals that follow afterwards, as long as he's got the mana for it. And it looks like right now mana is not really too much of an issue. Starting to catch up a little bit of healing, which is exactly what he needs. the ghoul right next to you is going to be also another fantastic target for you to focus on as well. Does go for the grip. Big Tempest back in. Does Chicago have anything to follow up? That is a silence, so a lot of your healing is gone. Burr down for just a second. We'll need to find an angle here away from body. It does get gripped out in the open. And your body can get himself a couple more undeads in there. If you just get a bunch of ghoulies rolling in, maybe a couple of maguses, that could potentially put Chicago in a bit of a rough spot, because Zenith's not going back in for about 40 seconds or so. Does go for the zap, the totem, the double totem too. What is it? The what is it called? The chain link totem? The chain link fence around him, essentially. It is basically like a chain link fence, and the root totem and the lasso. I mean, you just stuck, right? When all those things comes out, it just absolutely stuck. Silence to follow, and Chicago tried to see if he can maybe live long enough. Wall is in. The root totem is perfectly lined up with an army of undead. And Badia, unless you get just some kind of like a setup, Chicago got fooled as that is back in. Will need a heal, and unfortunately did not have a free global in order to get it up and running, which Shield's going to be up next. Also Unholy, right? Yeah, also Unholy. Silence on the Badia, but Badia unfortunately doesn't really have much to work with. Maybe AMZ, but even then, I don't really know if that helps you that much. I guess all that physical damage is getting taken out. Chicago does pick up 3. Well done, well done. Let's double check to see how the groups are doing. If we'll need maybe a +1 over for Team Badia. Yeah, let me go and check the these health bars while I'm at it though too. See how they look. I mean, I guess they're like a little larger, but like not that much larger, are they? Better blitz plates. Oh. Oh Lord. Aegis maybe? Oh, I don't like that. Blitz. Profile enabling a few more customizations. Great for battlegrounds and arenas. Showing icons for healers. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, that is so weird. Hold on a second. That is weird. I don't know if I like that. But I can see why somebody would like it for Blitz specifically. Mythic profile, Bodify profile, and for arenas only, possible to make some tweaks. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna try this one. Oh, what the hell? I mean, these are kind of like large. I can give this a try, right? Yo, Shiny, let me know how the group is doing, man. If you need more bodies or if you're good to go. Just like the new Outlaw rogue, I'm not feeling fun for me anymore, unfortunately. So I can go back, possibly tanking. Probably isn't any good. And the Wi-Fi hospital is so bad. I'm sorry to hear that about the Wi-Fi hospital, man. Wait, what did you like about the Outlaw rogue, man? Hold on a second. What did you like about the Outlaw? Because remember, you struggled a lot with the whole crack shot thing and maintaining a drone rush uptime. I imagine like the new version is like a lot better. It's pretty much BFA version. What Boris doing? Ready? Beautiful. How is the team? They ready? Double checking with Shiny. I send you a screen how my profile looks. Like a screenshot? Oh. Are you not part of the Discord? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's just like a flat bar. Need two. But I can take over. Okay, we do need 2 for Team Badia. I spent 5 hours with customizing that. I mean, I guess somebody I could see liking that, but not really my cup of tea. Yeah, I don't know if I like that look. Just me personally, I don't really know if I'm... Let me just open. I don't know if I like that look specifically. Like, it looks alright. It's just, I don't think it's for me, to be honest. Alright, we're gonna try to see if we can fill the group with 2 more. I love the class because of the sound of the shotgun and tryharding and focusing to manage and maintain a adrenaline rush. It was fun for me. Because of tryharding, now it's more bursty button. Now it's more bursty button. What does that mean? Yeah, I remember like I remember you kind of like struggling with the adrenaline rush uptime because when you were going back and forth with the what's this called? I remember you were struggling with the whole what is it? What's the word? The rotation. Yeah, I just remember you struggling a lot with it. This is like a much easier version that's like takes away a lot of the BS of subterfuge and the like the punishing mechanic of you can't miss a single global or min-max the value of your, and it's a lot less like, I guess there's some stat reliance on it, but it's a lot less of like complexity in terms of how much specifics secondary stats you need for haste. It's a little bit more free flowing. You just gotta stack a bunch of haste and you can get like up to a certain point, but you can technically keep putting in more haste. It's not bad. So it's like a little bit like, I guess it is somewhat gear reliant, but I feel like you could do that pretty well with like some crafted items once you hit max level at midnight, honestly. But it was a long time ago. I had like 85, 90% uptime. Now it's not the same. It's not a hard class anymore or something. I don't feel like it. I mean, it's a mechanic that a lot of players were, like a majority of the community were super happy to get rid of. Crackshot is a mechanic that many players have been playing the spec for a while, like veteran players have been running it for a good while. Like they were like so happy that it's gone. Like it was a cool mechanic for Dragonflight because it was like, okay, well, someone new because the spec now actually does something interesting. But long term, it just wasn't really that healthy for it because it basically gave you a really crap profile for a lot of the raiding content where you just couldn't really do much. It basically meant that if there's any fight with downtime, like your DPS just went out of the window, which made the spec very undesirable compared to like the alternatives, that is assassination or subtlety, for instance, which have a lot more of this like bursty element where you don't need to be doing damage constantly. But Outlaw was pretty much punished if you couldn't do damage constantly at all times. Not having a bursty profile too also meant that, which a lot of the bosses were designed with, like, hey, there's a window where boss takes immediate damage, or you need to do enough damage before a boss like completes the mechanic. It just gave you like a flat profile, which also didn't help it either. But now you could actually play more of like a bursty air profile. Not that much burstier, but now you could actually hold like a drone rush for like a burst window if you really need one. And it has far more impact than before. Something kicked me off of it, like the uptime on the buffs and tryharding focusing. Well, there need to vanish and create more opening with Crackshot and the drone rush. Now it's gone. Yeah, that the mechanic that like a lot of, I guess it all depends, right? But like hanging around in the Rogue Discord, the common sentiment was like, especially with people that are doing mythic raiding, it was like, thank God the mechanic is gone. Because Crackshot was like, it was unique for a bit, but it created more issues than it really needed to. A lot of the Outlaw spec ended up being a playstyle that was like, get a weak aura to manage this, that, and the other in terms of the spec. So you had to automate a lot of parts of your gameplay. Is there two missing people? Missing one. Missing one. Yeah, we just need ONYXIA, it'll be good to go. But yeah, it just created a situation where you needed a bunch of weak auras to automate parts of your gameplay, which was not ideal. The profile was really odd too. Like Crackshot ended up being a very sustain heavy profile. I can totally see somebody being like, well, I kind of like the complexity, and it's like, I can see somebody enjoying it, but like looking back at it, if you're honest about the spec, it was literally complex for the sake of complex. It wasn't complex because it had a flow. It was complex just for the sake of complexity. And so like, just to make sure you're not missing a global while the subterfuge 6-second window is screaming in your face, because you need a weak aura just to track it so you could really fill every global appropriately. You would basically offset roll the bones, keep it rolling, trickster, what is it called, unseen blade procs. You would have to play macro the rogue. The fact that you had to play around the macros in a raid for Ghost Strike and a drone rush around Fatebound because of the somewhat of a bugged interaction with the vanish aspect to it. You literally weren't vanishing for Crackshot. You were then at some point vanishing for Adrenaline Rush and Ghostly Strikes. That's literally why you were vanishing. Crackshot was like a side activity, but you were vanishing for those cooldowns mostly. And then I became a macro rogue with a bunch of weak auras to play the game for you, while you're just trying to maximize every single global inside of those Crackshot windows. I don't think it was healthy. I don't think it was really healthy for the spec. Because like, if you were playing without weak auras, it was just like complex for the sake of complexity. It was like overly engineered for no good reason. No good reason. But that's just me. I think I'm tryharding and playing a hard class and sweating like a pig, which is one of the reasons why I'm a hospital 1 month already. And the main game was League of Legends. It was Rengar. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, if your main game was like, I played the League of Legends and I ended up in a hospital, I'm like, you know what? I feel like that's probably relatable for a lot of players out there, to be fair. To be honest. You know what I mean? And the character is so hard. There was only 2-3 players in high elo playing that champion in one trick in it. So I mean, with League of Legends, I do think there was a lot of people that do play one trick for a champ that barely anybody plays, but there was always an opportunity for them to do really well with it, right? But a lot of the times the mechanics that were designed, there's actually, I'm not gonna say that champions were all that difficult. What's up, G? How you doing, my guy? Or Clokey, how you doing, my man? I don't, there's only like a handful of mechanics you have, because like the amount of abilities you have and passives compared to WoW and compared to all the talents. I mean, definitely there's a skill cap to it, but like you only have like 4 skills. I guess how you use those skills can maybe add a bit of texture, or maybe how they interact with your items. But like, I don't know, I feel like there's just not as many variables where a spec could just absolutely be, or I guess a champion could be gimped to the point where it's just like, it's like really annoying to play, right? Where it's like not really worth your time. But Outlaw and World of Warcraft in general, with all the different talents, all the different hero talents now, all the different like mechanics that it had, especially during War Within, like Outlaw in particular wasn't even a spec that was satisfying and complex like Feral Druid, which was, if you play it well, you do a ton of damage. If you play poorly, you do very little damage. But also that spec was punishing at some point too, especially during Shadowlands, I think, where you had to do owl weaving, which was like, you had to pop in a boomkin form and sunfire based on your energy regen, and it's like, oh, you know what I mean? It was a little rough, honestly. But like, at least it was satisfying, because when you could pick it up, it felt nice. It felt like it had a really good flow, managing dots and all those things. It was kind of sick, you know. But I don't know. I feel like the old Outlaw War Within is just, I don't really know. Over time, I started to enjoy it less. Hey, Justice, did you play Outlaw when you're in BFA? Because this is essentially what we have, is like a BFA version of Outlaw. Good 4v4. Yeah, because I do have 4 on this team, so we could just send it as a 4v4. I'm down. Okay. Gonna send it as a 4v4 1v1 for this round. See how it goes. Just so you boys aren't sitting around. We'll send it as a, where's Bidia? There we go. There we go, bud. There we go, bud. Alright, Boris, let me know when you're good. But do I have to do / invite spectator match thing again? I do, don't I? Boris and Shiny Hero. Also raid the Mago inside the arena already? Alright, sounds good. What did I send you guys into? Black Hold maybe? I like Black Hold. I like Black Hold. Where are we at? Actually, with our 40? There it is. I think I like survival, but it's 90% passives. What part? What part of survival is passive? Oh, What is that? Oh, yeah. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, Dan. I don't know if I like better Blizz plates. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at here. I don't really know what I'm looking at. I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest. We're just gonna run with the basics, I think. I think we're just gonna run with basics. I'm just gonna leave it to Blizz to fix the frames, honestly. Because they do have slightly different frames on the beta compared to on pre-patch as well. Which do have 4 over for their team too. We got ourselves Dude, we got ourselves Badia, as well as Skeets and Spider-Man. Spider? I'm gonna go with Spider. Is Conan, are you? Is that just your Mog, or is that like, are you playing one-hand or two-hander? Tell me that's an actual Mog, because the fact is you can Mog two-handers and one-handers. And in fact, if you really wanted to go full-on Barbarian, full-on, rather, Viking actually, I really appreciate when a warrior goes in full daggers for that Vinland Saga look. I don't know what it is, man. I love it. I love it in particular. I need to do that for my warrior too. Big burst, dude, man. Just having to pop every defensive immediately. Lichboard, IMS, IBF, Dart, that's back. Everything is up. Silence out onto Chicago. And the Death Knight can at least break past the totem. But the rest of the Undead Horde, they're not so lucky. Question is, Chicago does have Maelstrom mana, but do you have the Maelstrom in order to catch up in heals? And it looks like he's trying to stabilize at least a little bit together with the generation, just give him a little bit more healing. Question is, do you have enough damage versus Dude Man, or does he, with his army of undeads, that he can just constantly summon up with so many little ghouls that he's constantly popping out? Is he going to be the one winning this? Because a good portion of your pets are rooted for a second, but technically, like, if he goes in for another silence, since you don't have Ascendants, do you just go down here? Do you potentially? Because I really don't know. Like, we've seen Unholy Death that's absolutely dominating, especially over on the EU side of things. Absolutely wreaking havoc. But then here, Chicago just walks up and is like, you know what? I got my own ace up my sleeve. Mog? Hold on a second. Let me observe the duel here real quick. And then with Door, I will definitely peep the Mog, man. Guaranteed, I will definitely peep the Mog. Chicago with the Bloodlust, Silence to follow. Is this where you just go down versus the Death Knight? Does go in for a big Tempest to follow up. But do you have enough? Yet another Tempest. Continue to fire him off back-to-back Ascendants in 30 seconds. I don't know if he really needed in 30 seconds. I think potentially needed. Question is, do you have enough Maelstrom? Do you have enough healing? Wall comes out. Yet another Tempest. Dude's still alive, but barely kicking. Does have his entire horde of undead getting yoinked back into the totem with a quick AMS. Just keep him alive for a second here longer. Chicago needs about 6 seconds until Ascendance is up. Do you commit an Ascendance versus the dude, or do you just try to kill him without it? That is my question right now. Is going to send an Ascendance with a big old strike. Big old wood strike, just take him out. At this point, like, I can't, dude. It's a lot of damage. And Skeets immediately getting blasted himself. Are you elemental or are you enhancement? I can't even tell, but looks like he might just go down here with just Chicago blasting him out. I actually cannot tell what spec he was. I think maybe enhancement. I think it is actually ascendance. Elemental. I like the Mog. Oh, the mount too? Wait, actually kind of fits. I also am not a big fan of that mandible, like the little mouth parts over the B. I'm not a big fan. I don't know what it is with mandibles. I just don't like them. As Biden gonna get thrown off the side, but it is gonna end up yoinking Chicago back in as they do go for a full-on burrow underground, knocking the pets. Dude, the roots on the pets and the totem just to keep all their army of undeads at bay. It's actually so strong. Did you just get a reroute? Did the totem just reroute again, or did you just pop a new one? I actually don't even know for sure. But Chicago is still alive, still trying to kick it as best as they can. Is Chicago just gonna have to play Ascendance for all of these duels? Just like wait until Ascendance up and then send it? He might just have to. Actually, does go for the yoink with Body finally getting right on top of Chicago. Unless you can slow him down to smithereens. I don't really know what you can do much out of this though. But it is giving him at least some Tempest as he's in melee with a full Bloodlust and everything available. The Army of the Dead does come out. The Riders are in play. Gotta make sure that all of them are active. With Chicago again going for even more maneuverability, or rather CC ability. with all those totems on these pets. 12 seconds until Ascendance is back up. Chicago just needs to live a little longer. Might just have to wait and just go full Ascend versus Baidia just to make sure that they could properly take down the Death Knight. And I think I might just have to, right? There goes the Ascend. Question is, does Baidia have any survivability to follow up? Silence wouldn't even cut it here, and all they need is just take out whatever the next hunter is, and it's going to be Spider trying to see if he can get himself a better angle, but honestly, unfortunately, getting rooted out. And that question is, though, so far Chicago won against every one of those Death Knights, or Death Knight and Shaman, with Ascendants. That was a huge portion of the overall play. Are you going to have to wait until the full Ascend versus Spider-Man as well? Or are you just... No, never mind. The gun does come through with the, what is it, the boomstick. Actually doing quite a decent bit of overall damage. Door is going to be up next as the Marksmanship Hunter. Immediate rapid fire in the back of Spider, who is going to go for a trinket with a shoulder shell right after. Double tap is available for Door. Wants to make some damage happen. Are you the Sentinel build or are you the Dark Ranger build, actually? I do wonder which one is better right now. Does have the movement for the, what is it, the aim shot with the stun, binding shot around the corner, freezing trap out for Spider. He's looking for a bit of that survivability. Just looking to peel away from the Marksmanship Hunter as best as he can. I don't know if he'll be able to go for a proper camo. Does get himself a camo, actually. Hold on. Well, at least for 2 seconds he did. At least for 2 seconds he was able to. Does get himself a wall with a disarm right after. Door does... I was thinking maybe you were high mountain, but no, you're proper Tauren. I was thinking of just trying to set up for maybe like a knockdown ratio, which is really good, honestly. Is going to be a corner assault by Spider-Man. Full biting shot. Wait, Spider, I think, does take it with a gun. Hold on a second. Versus a marksmanship is like, hey, I brought a bow. And he's like, well, I brought a gun. Where Door was just like, oh, this guy brought a melee weapon to a range fight. And he's just like, I got a gun, man. Don't worry about it. I got a big old blunderbuss. Now the question is, do you have Hunter's Mark on him or anything? Do you have Flare? Try to see if you can find him. Flare down for Door. Every single second inside of this camo is going to be helpful. Tremendously helpful. Does end up mounting up. If he dismounts, get the pet around the corner. Yes, down around the corner. Question is for Door, do you have enough? He does have, what is it called? True Shot coming up very soon. Does get a binding shot. It is going to be immediate break out of that instantly. With those stuns being DR. Try to go for the boomstick, but it is going to get, unfortunately, CC'd though. So a lot of that channel damage, it is out of the window. Does get himself the Eagle. That's doing quite a decent bit of damage. The grenades are flowing through. That's going to be the pet steal around the corner. Got himself rapid fire, but I think he just died to the dots, right? He does die to the dots, and it looks like it is going to be another survival hunter with Knight going to be up next. Question is for Spider, like, he got a trinket. He's got Turtle. Is that going to be enough? That is so unfortunate. That is actually incredibly unfortunate. He just literally got DC'd from a binding shot. That is actually criminal. Blizzard, I hope they fix it. I actually hope they fix it. That's crazy. That's actually just crazy. The guy was actually having a hell of a run and then got DC'd. That is insane. I actually feel so bad. Like, what do you do in that situation? I don't think he even jumped. I don't think he did disengage or anything. He just moved to the right. And the game just knocked him offline. Dude, Blizz gotta fix that. Because that is just the most, like, infuriating thing ever. Whether I'm, like, running around on Rogue and I'm jumping around grappling. What happened? So what happened was a binding shot happened. Binding shot, like, it looks like any stun or a root. As you're moving and you're mid-air can just DC you. Just knock you offline. It usually happens if you're mid-air, like if you're mounted and you're moving, or if you jump in a direction and you're mid-air and you get stunned. Usually that's what like knocks you offline. And there he just got DC'd, which was unfortunate. But yeah, Badia, let me know if you're good, or Shiny, let me know if your team still got 4, and also Boris, if you still got 4. We'll just send it again. Really wish we could have got proper 5.5s, but best we got is at least 4 boys. Which I'm still enjoying these. These are kind of fun. Kind of fun. Like, if Ty comes in next week, then I think it would be maybe a little bit easier to get a proper 5.5s in. But yeah, or maybe we'll just have to wait until midnight actual releases for NA to make a big comeback. We got duels. At least we do have duels. At least we do have duels. We'll be right back. Okay. Gonna give Shiny a second. That's what we got. Yeah. I mean, alternatively, what I could do, and I really don't want to do it. We could just only do duels on EU, because EU I think will be down. But any spots? Actually, yes, maybe. Yo, Shiny and Boris, we do have. Probably should put Lightsword on Team Shiny. Actually, yeah, probably should put him on Team Shiny. But yo, Shiny, whenever you're back, we could get Lightsword on your team. Boris, if you want to try to see if you can find a 5th, we could possibly turn this into proper 5v5s. Maybe. Possibly. Like Stone is on. We could get Stone in as well. Could try to beta duels next week. The problem with beta duels, like as fun as it would be, the problem with it is like getting everybody like because Blizzard didn't really do any like invite waves for beta, like barely any. Like in previous expansions, they did beta invites until pretty much everybody had beta. So whether you got like the pre-order for the Epic Edition or you just like, you know, decided I'm not going to be doing any of that, like it was a lot easier to, I got a +1 so you guys can have a 5-man team. Right, and get them in. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to see if we can get Lightsword over for the team Shiny. But yeah, that's the only reason we didn't really do beta duels, is because Blizzard just didn't really do any invites post like alpha or beta. They just didn't really do any whatsoever. Molten Core 5v1 duels. Listed in LFG, bud. Just got the 5th? Wait, please don't tell me you picked up Lightsword. Don't tell me you picked up Lightsword. I was trying to see if you can get Lightsword versus your guys' team. I mean, Demoniacs. Yeah, probably we should see if we can yoink Lightsword and get him into Team Shiny. I feel like it'll help level out the teams a little. Yeah, I think it would just basically just be more engaging experience. Milari, level 15, level 64. Item level 59. Was to join competitive multi-core. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. There it is. Okay, cool. So we still need a +1 for Team Boris. If you guys want to join them, would love to see you over there. Promote to raid lead. And I'll see if I can maybe get a +1. So yeah, we know we're just looking for +1 over for the Team Boris, and then we'll be good to go. I don't know. Why are so many people in Halls of Atonement? Huh? Is Halls of Atonement part of the seasonal dungeon rotation? It used to be, right? But I don't think it is. Current season? Oh, it is. Never mind. For some reason, I thought... I got confused, man. I thought we had Halls of Atonement as a seasonal dungeon before. Like as a comeback dungeon. Is it this season? Season 3 is when we had Halls of Atonement added in the first place? I think so. I think I've been doing beta duels for way too long. Ready? Beautiful. Invite, spectator, match. Boris and Shiny Hero 5. Let's do like a Dalaran sewers, I guess. That'd be pretty good. That'd be a good one. But chat, actually got 5v5s. At least I think we do. At least I think we do. We might. Okay, so Dalaran sewers doesn't work. Let's do a Tiger's Peak. I think Tiger's Peak is going to be pretty good. Because I do want to see what kind of a build Lightsword is playing. Because I tried the ambush build for Outlaw. I didn't like it at all. And I want to see if he is, if that's what he is running with or not. I think it'd be very interesting to see. And I'm assuming, is he coin flip or is he trickster? Because I feel like he likes trickster a lot. I feel like he does like trickster quite a decent bit. But yeah, Jake, if they did like invite waves like they did for every other expansion, I feel like doing the beta duels would have been a lot more feasible, but they just didn't. So it's just unfortunate. Which got ourselves team 1 together with my boy Conan as well as Chicago. I like this look in particular. The shoulders, the gloves, everything is red. How one hammer is lightning, the other is all fiery. I like it a ton. Even the little sash above the forehead. I'm a big fan of those in particular, man. In particular. Devotek, yeah, seriously, I feel like your luck has been legendary. Like, basically the game places you last almost every single time we do duels. We got ourselves Thor. I don't know what the rest of the name is, but it is at least Thor in there. And we got ourselves Nightshade as well versus team 2 with I'll figure out what the name is in a second. Skeets of the Bad Paladin with adaptation. Actually not the worst move. We've seen Athaman for the longest time running adaptation and it actually working out really well. Although the big old blessing of Spell Warden is actually going to be fantastic against Chicago. Full Ascend nullified because a lot of the damage is absolute just nature damage. It's all full nature. Technically the Wind Strikes is just Storm Strikes from a range, but they still do nature damage. Like, it's weird. Some of these abilities are like pure, pure magic range, while others are technically a physical hit that just with an extra extended range. Like, it's technically still as a melee hit, it just during a sentence it's just so weird because some abilities you can like evasion, some abilities you can cloak of shadows, and the way that it's coded for Blizzard, it's just all over the place. Blind on Chicago for just a second as Skeets try to see if he can maybe get himself some livability. Full stun onto Chicago. Do you have wings? Do you have Wake of Ashes? Does not have Wake for a second, but the question is just out of survivability. Was Chicago able to outlast a Paladino with Dude? Which one is Dude? Is this guy gonna be up next? Also on this, what is it you're trying to do there? What is it you're trying to do with this shifting? What is this? On the team, we also do have a body. We have a spider as well as work coming back. Gotta love the Mog. It's so good. Gonna be full army of undead, but Chicago is literally the best class to deal with a horde of undead. You don't need a priest. You don't need a paladin. Literally get yourself a shaman to fight against the undead horde. It's like, seriously, get yourself just a straight up shaman. They're actually super good at countering the entire army. Literally just yoink him in that chain link fence. That or roots him into the smithereens. You just roots him to an absolute crawl. Full burst out for Chicago. Actually has a Ascent coming up very soon. Question is, does Dude stay in or does he back up out as soon as he sees a sentence? Because he is not looking all that hot right now. IBF together with Deathpack. Until he gets himself a full army or at least picks up a little bit of that Dark Transformation burst, I don't know if he really has a lot of staying power versus Chicago, who can just keep on healing while dampening super low. There goes Ascend, there goes full burst. Unless the Death Knight just tries to run away, I think it's just gonna be lights. Yeah, just the Ascend, the full burst, everything available is just so good for Chicago. Does go for a full route onto the Survival Hunter as well. Unfortunately, Ascend is going to be fading. Got himself a burrow, try to see if he can get away. Is going to be able to dodge the shotgun, the boomstick from the survival, but I don't really know if he got enough survivability. Pose that survival damage is a little bit less of a burst every 2 minutes. It's kind of like constant mini bursts that you can just do a lot of the time. Knight is going to try to see if it can swing around him with those full stun around the corner. For Spider, he's just going to have to play it, I think, a little bit careful. Got himself immediate slows. Stunned by Knight, but it's going to be heavily DR'd. Is going to go for Feign Death Wall with a turtle up as he sees Nightspire going in for the full chakram, just trying to see if it can avoid the burst altogether. The burst damage of survival is like, what, 8 seconds to 10 seconds long. Got himself the boomstick. If you can avoid that boomstick really quickly or disrupt it yourself, got a boom of your own, just trying to see if you keep the pressure going. Disarm onto Knight, does get a stun on him. Is that enough damage? Unfortunately, wait, I was thinking he seen him for a second, but he did not. It's just the actual health bar for survival just looks so weird. I'm sorry, what? That was actually so much burst. I'm sorry, what is happening? What is happening with the chakram? Wait. Huh? Okay, I think that might have been me lagging at that point. Is it me lagging? Or is it just night lagging? I can't tell. Honestly, I cannot tell. Okay, I think it might be him. Or maybe it is me. I don't even know. My OBS says everything's fine. Unless it's just me in game. It's just absolutely everything is melting right now. But night does end up taking him out. It actually looked like... It looked like the other hunter, Spidey, was the one doing bursts. He had the full charge around the corner. Full damage, full everything available. And Body is just like, what is happening? What is even happening? Is he in camo? Is he actually alive? Yeah, he's fine. He's actually okay. Is he going to be alright though? Because it looked like he was lagging really, really badly. Army of the Dead comes in, but Body had taken lots of hits too. Turtle Shell up immediately for Knight is going to go for another binding shot. Do you have any damage to follow up though? That is the question. Do you have any damage to follow up? Boomstick may be enough. Does get interrupted, unfortunately. And it's going to be yet another short stun into Body. It does go for yet another grip. For Knight right now, he doesn't have Turtle. He doesn't have much. He got a bit of range damage, but unless he can separate away from Body and do damage just to chip away at him little by little, there really is not much he can do. And unfortunately, Silence is going to end up going through. Who's up next? Is it going to be... It is going to be Conan spearing down into Body. Yeah, unfortunately, unless you get yourself Horse, you're not really going to be able to escape this whatsoever. So for Conan right now, he's in a fantastic spot. Just one more execute is all needed. And where is the last one left? Or for the team 2? Who's going to have to go through Unholy Death Knight? A Fury Warrior or Arms Warrior? Fury Warrior. Okay. It is Fury. It is Fury. As well as a Sub-Rogue. And I feel like for him, the Sub-Rogue might be his roughest matchup. Got himself a cheap shot, a bit of damage. But Word gets it with a stun. That is a trinket or human racial rather for Conan. Killing spree out for Word. Just got himself the guns blazing away. Got himself a full disarm. This is where Conan try to see if he can back up out of there. Word is perfectly fine. Just going for a lot of that range damage with the pistols. Just letting it do a ton. Get a shot to follow. Nothing he could really do unless Conan just survives it. Word, I think, may potentially take it. May potentially have it. Just need a little bit more damage. And just trying to see if he can grapple out before any dots do attach to him. Was Thor able to get him fully dotted? It looks like he was. It might be a vanish shot or Word though. Does go for a blind. Cloak of Shadows to follow with an evasion. Is he just going to try to see if he can stay in and fight through the undead horde? Because they are going to start hitting him through that evasion unless he can keep him in front of him the entire time. Is going to have to back up out of there with a vanish. Hopefully he does get himself a reset. He does not though. Has himself a drone rush. Disarm also available. Blind on all the pets. Can shot into Thor. Does have himself IBF. Killing spree to follow. Is it going to be enough to try to see if he can back out? But unfortunately it's just a lot of damage from Unholy Death Knight. And does end up taking him out. That was a rough one. That was a rough one. I think maybe at that point, like Cloak of Shadows vanish and just running out might have been the play versus evasion, because the Army of Undead, they are going to try to swing around behind you, and then you've got to be constantly like facing them. But what is it? The Death Knight, he could just keep calling you and clawing shadows on you the entire time. It is a little bit rough though. Boris, as well as Body, let me know if you guys still got 5, and we'll send it again. We've lost 2. Did we really? I guess that's it. I mean, if you want to relist it back, Boris, if you want to relist it just to see if we get a couple of bites, I'm not against giving it one more go. Only play one match. I know, dude. I know. I feel like it happens a lot with you too, man. We get these duels going on an A and you organize the groups and everything, and then it's like, I got listed last every time. Yeah, your luck with rolls is actually legendary. Whoops. What's up, Chicago? Did you balance? Is lagging, I think? Yeah, I think it was lagging a little bit, but I think towards the tail end, he was just doing, the Survival Hunter was doing A-okay. At least I think he was. But yeah, Boris, if you want to list it up, see if we can get ourselves another one going, that'd be great. Chicago, your burst is so good. Your burst is so good. So we do have the group up in LOG if you boys do want to join them. They are listed up. We'll try to see if we can get ourselves a couple of more. Couple more bodies, maybe, possibly, you know. SB, that's a name I haven't seen in a second. Who else can I invite to that? Does Stone want to join? Possibly. Busy early, I was rushing to get in. Wait. Wait, you got a blue screen of death? Oh, that's not good. Right to ROM, read only memory. Okay, so we need Onomasa and we'll be good to go. But by the let me know if you still actually like do you guys still all have 5 in the group? That's crazy, man. We should have a new PvP equipped for my Ellie. Who's my new main? Yeah. Yeah, I really wish they made it so it was easier. We have 3. Boris? I think we are done for the night, actually. Never mind. Apparently the other group only has 3. So you got 4, they got 3. I think we'll call it here, man. Unfortunately, I think we'll call it here. 4 out of 5. Yeah, I think we'll just call it. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they had all 5 still. For the DC crap. True, bro, true. The DCs are unreal. I stick around for maybe one more. I slept like 2 hours uncooked. Bro, I didn't sleep much either last night. I'm also pretty cooked. Yeah. But yo, boys, thank you so much for coming by, man. I appreciate you guys for joining in the first place. We're gonna try again next week for NA. I am probably gonna start the stream like an hour later than usual. We're gonna start about like 40 minutes ago. I kind of hate the idea of like a Volpera riding a mystical little what are they called? Otuk. I said it yesterday. I've been seeing one too many Volperas and I really don't like it. Nightman, peace. Yo, thanks so much, Boris. I appreciate you for even trying to make some videos, man. I really do appreciate it, my guy. I do appreciate it a lot. New Outlaw build with Fatebound? There is one that's functional on beta, but I don't know if it's worth playing in pre-patch. It is just a fixture without the full array of talents. At least for the time being. There we are. It's a big part of the spec. Yeah, it is pretty huge actually. HYOGs, have a good one. Yo, thanks so much for coming by, Chicago. Appreciate you, man. Miss you, bud. Super fun seeing you popping on that sentence. I like how you just... I'm pretty sure there was one match where you literally won every single one of them every time you press a send. Literally a I win button right now. That's so good. Yeah. Yeah, once we have good Gravedigger Apex talent, that's going to be insane for Outlaw. It's going to be so good. See you again next Saturday. Lots of energy to this. Yeah, exactly. No, we'll definitely do more duels next week on an A, and we'll do them like a little later. But yeah, for Chicago, that's essentially what enhancement is right now in like beta at max level 2. Like anytime you're doing like anything, they do a ton of damage on ascent and just kind of like chill up until then. So it's like a mad amounts of damage every 2 minutes, and then you're kind of just like hanging out. They're just pressing buttons. So I can totally see that, honestly. You would think that would make Ascend maybe like a minute CD, but we give it like a short duration so you can have more of those bursts in between. Soon enough, Ascend is going to end up being basically wings for paladins, and you'll have like a 30-second Wake of Ashes, but like Shaman edition. For all we know, dude. For all we know. I don't think it's harder than Sub-Rogue for Outlaw. With all those pets, I can see it. Maybe old Outlaw could. Yeah. The bomb shutting down damage and take from sub. Exactly. Alrighty, boys. You guys have a wonderful one. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. Tomorrow is Sunday. I'll be sleeping all day. Maybe getting some work done, but mostly sleeping. What is on Sunday, actually? But we do have holidays coming up, actually, very, very soon. Love is in the air. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Able to sync a sub for 20% DR. Oh yeah, that's true as well. Yeah, but yeah, you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for coming by. Definitely get all your catch-ups done this week, man. If you're still trying to like gear up characters or whatever, because they're gonna be gone real soon. This is a warm-up. Exactly. We'll come back next week, man. But definitely try to see if we can double back these for NA and try to see if I can at least get some sort of games going for NA. You know what I mean? Ready for the yeah. And I will be streaming Saturday an hour later than usual to see if maybe that helps us get bodies. Is everybody getting off work or whatever? We'll try. We'll see how that goes. But I appreciate you guys for coming by either way. And I'll catch all of you in the next stream. Alrighty, boys? Alrighty. Peace.
Defeated, holding on to something I've needed. I'm looking for a reason, finding all you're wanting, a demon. Helpless, defeated, holding on to something I've needed.